This video is about to get very surgical, so stay with me, okay? But I think I just put it together, bro. I think I just put it together, bro. I think Kendrick Lamar is trying to protect Michael Jackson's legacy. Okay? And there's a bunch. Actually, there's a reason in here that I didn't put in here that I just thought of too. Okay? But I'll add that on later. But it's very clear to me that Kendrick Lamar is trying to protect Michael Jackson's legacy right now with the way he's moving and with what he's doing. And that might sound crazy, but like I said, it's about to get surgical. We're going to really break this down to the core. You see what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Get ready. You feel me? Stay with me to the end of the video. And because I want to see what y'all think about this. Okay? Let's watch this section of when Kendrick Lamar went on Jimmy Fallon and they was talking about him like almost passing Michael Jackson in Grammy nominations. Okay?
You understand? And then I did a little research, and Michael Jackson holds the record with 12 nominations.
Yeah.
You almost had the same amount of nominations as Michael Jackson for Thriller.
Crazy.
Legend. I
I mean-
wouldn't want to go past that though.
No.
No.
But what if you had 13?
No. I take back. I can't. I can't fathom being as great as Michael without putting out the work. So 11 is perfect. You know, he's the legendary. I'm glad it's at
What
12.
happens? Say you do get 13. Kendrick, let's think about this.
Yeah.
Now, the crazy thing is, right, that when you really think about it after watching that, and you realize that Drake is tied with Michael Jackson for the most number ones on Billboard Hot 100. Okay? Not only that, he hasn't had one since First Person Shooter came out. You see what I'm saying? And I think that was October 16th of 2023. Right? So, from that perspective, especially when you at odds with somebody, there's a whole bunch of different means as to why you would not want Drake to surpass Michael Jackson in number ones. For number one, Drake didn't do it in the way that Michael Jackson did it. And Drake's run is not very respectable as far as the art form goes. You see what I'm saying? And I believe it's extremely manufactured. You feel me? So it's the work to get there didn't make sense, right? When you think about GNX, right? With GNX, what was he doing the whole album? Keeping alive our lost legends in all different forms of art and music. You see what I'm saying? That's what GNX really was. You feel me? A homage to all of our legends who passed. You feel me? And from that perspective, you can see that Kendrick has an immense respect for those who came before him. And he also doesn't respect the way Drake has run his career. So to have a hit to, when you really appreciate the history of things, Drake passing Michael Jackson paints a very crazy, what's it called? A very crazy narrative for the next generation of people who are getting into music. Because a lot of people ain't gonna search who was the leader before Drake. You feel me? They just gonna search for Drake. And it pushes down, but pushes down Michael Jackson's run. When Michael Jackson's is, when we talk about the art form, we would love our generation to go back and see the art that Michael Jackson put into the world and with those authentic hits. You see what I'm saying? And from that perspective, it can make sense as to why Kendrick wouldn't want Drake to pass Michael Jackson. So after the beef takes place, right, you also got the perspective of they don't fuck with each other. You see what I'm saying? They both, like, Drake doing weird shit behind the scenes, Kendrick responding with boom, but like they going at war. You see what I'm saying? They at war here. And one of the ways that Kendrick can really hurt Drake and damage his pride and damage his ego is to be the very thing that stops him from passing Michael Jackson. The guy that you thought you were supposed to be bigger than because you're the machine, you're the commercial. You sold your art, if you ever had it, your artistic integrity in order to become the machine. You see what I'm saying? So you never felt like there should be a reason why somebody who didn't do that and maintain their artist integrity should pass you. You see what I'm saying? And now that he's passed Drake, it's difficult for him to deal with, as you can see. And on top of that, he's only one hit away from Michael Jackson. And the dude who he thinks isn't supposed to be bigger than him is the one stopping him. You feel me? So that's just another way to attack Drake and damage Drake, right? And that brings me to the Nokia music video. God damn, my fault. That's crazy. But then this brings me to the Nokia music video, right? Where Drake has put so much into these videos. He's putting so much into, he had it in IMAX. He and his team put a lot of effort into Nokia, bro. They're paying content creators on TikTok to start trends and all crazy. They were going hard, bro. And for them to put out that music video, and I think Drake thought that Kendrick was gonna try to step on his music video, but the fact that he didn't step on it, and then Kendrick waits till Nokia gets right there at the number 2 on the Billboard. It gets right there. Boom, drops the Luther video on top of his head, and now Nokia is declining. It's dropped to 3, and Kendrick's probably about to be at number 1 for another 2-3 weeks. Nokia, I don't know what Nokia is supposed to do. You feel me? I mean, what they're supposed to do to try to get Nokia back up, but it's not looking good. You see what I'm saying? And from that perspective, that's got to be very damaging for Drake. You feel me? Especially because I think he's trying to get this Michael Jackson record before all this shit get real out here. You see what I'm saying? For him. And y'all know what I'm talking about. And I believe that's the case because I think it was the same thing in Euphoria. You see what I'm saying? When we look at the definition that he put on the that's small as hell and I don't feel like putting my glasses on. But when he started putting the definition of euphoria on the paper, and it says a feeling of well-being or elation apparently is the change in mood, the feeling of euphoria and reduced anxiety that prompts people to start using this dangerous drug. They had almost a week to recover from the euphoria of Tuesday's series winning victory. You see what I'm saying? So Kendrick Lamar drops Euphoria, and this is after days of people not knowing if he's going to respond or not. You feel me? And Drake getting cocky and arrogant, which is like him getting excited. And as you can see, I think it was more anxiety than excitement. That's what I mean. People think him putting out Taylor Made was him being cocky. I think he was rushing because he was panicking. You feel me? Kendrick taking that long and then dropping out of nowhere adds to this, that energy that now Drake, he's like, all right, now I get to drop this allegation on Kendrick Lamar. You feel me? And it should be over. And you can tell because at the end of Family Matters, he's like, you did. Because he thought it was over. You feel me? And then I think some odd minutes later, he drops a Meet the Grams, the most cynical, probably one of the most cynical disses I ever heard in my life. You see what I'm saying? Drake drops that and he's feeling this sense of euphoria. It's over. I just killed Kendrick. I should be able to get this, 600 mil, whatever he's trying to get. I should be able to get that now that I killed Kendrick. It's over. You feel me? And then, boom. The energy just gets sucked out of the room with this dark, horror film ass track, bro. And it's all mind games I think he's playing here. And when you look at allowing Nokia to get that far to the number 2 spot before you drop the Luther video, that is intentional and it's calculated. Not only is he doing it to damage Drake's or to play with Drake's mind, I believe he's doing it to make sure that Michael Jackson remains the true representation of what it is to put hits on the charts that really do things for people and change lives. Like Michael Jackson wasn't just going up there put this. It was a lot of positive, good messaging in some of these hits, bro. You see what I'm saying? That impact the world to this day. And to be passed by something that's manufactured and forced, That's crazy. And I think Kendrick is using his power to make sure that doesn't happen. You see what I'm saying? And I respect that because I believe Michael Jackson should be recognized as the epitome of being able to see what it really sounds like to be great, to truly be great. Because not only was he in the lab getting busy, he's the greatest performer of all time too. Took his crafts very serious. Very serious. You feel me? So, and then, once again, when we think about GNX and we think about how GNX throughout the whole album, he's continuing to pay homage to our legends, I truly believe that this is what Kendrick Lamar is doing, bro. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. And he has the power to do it. You see what I'm saying? And you know what else I just realized? That also play into the other theory I had about him dropping multiple videos. You know what? I'm gonna do that'll be my next video. I'm gonna save that for my next video, bro. I think I just cracked the code. Okay? But if y'all love storytelling like Brenda's Got a Baby by Tupac or Sing About Me by Kendrick Lamar, I think you'll love the vocal cords of a broken woman. A lot of people wait for a while to go check it out. You feel me? And then once they do, they find out they loved it. You know what I'm saying? Like just looking at these comments, it's beautiful. It's only 3 minutes of your time, so let me know. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all. Check me out on all platforms as well. And also you want to get your It's About to Get Surgical shirts, check my shop out. You feel me? You can find it at the bottom of any video and grab your It's About to Get Surgical shirts. I'm about to start shipping again tomorrow. You feel me? So yeah, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. And